Disclaimer: this video contains graphic depictions of decomposition. Viewer discretion is advised.
The tangled mass of FLYBLOWN, putrefying corpses shifts and moves ever so slightly. One body tumbles off another, and a lone, decrepit figure slowly rises from the carrion. This image was recently posted to social media, depicting what appears to be a novel anomalous creature. This was posted by paranormal investigator Trevor Henderson, who basically pulled the equivalent of responding to the Foundation's cease and desist by sending back the first dick pic on Google Images. Absolute savagery in the first degree. It was also given a label, or perhaps a name, by its discoverer, FLYBLOWN. Now looking at this creature, we have to mention the obvious. Looks like the worst blowjob ever. Braces aren't fixing this one, buddy. Jesus Christ, it's like she's triple British. The horrific set of chompers she got aside, perhaps we can learn more about this monstrosity if we take a look at its name. FLYBLOWN is defined as dirty or contaminated, especially through contact with flies and their eggs or larvae. It usually refers to food, carrion, aka dead animals, or rotting meat. In the most gruesome cases, living, but you know, probably dying, animals can get fly eggs laid in them, slowly being consumed by the creature that takes the crown for symbolic embodiment of things that are fucking disgusting. The fly. This brings me to my theory about what I think this creature may be. I think that this was perhaps a regular woman at one point. Fun fact, did you know that many species of parasitic wasps lay their eggs inside of other insects? When the eggs hatch, the larvae can then release chemicals that change the insect's behavior to make them act in a manner that produces the ideal environment for the growth of the larva. Well, that wasn't very fun, but it was a fact. I believe that this woman may have fallen victim to a species of anomalous insect that physiologically resembles a housefly. She may or may not have turned into a corpse by other means before this happened, but potential suffering with fly eggs and eye sockets aside, she has now rebranded herself as Fly Lady or some shit. The flies slowly consumed and laid eggs in the woman's brain. Somehow, when the flies replaced her brain, they began to act as some sort of pseudo-neural structure, controlling the woman's husk. She essentially becomes a mobile nursery and hive for this species of anomalous fly. The creature was obsessed with consuming filth, which was often whatever decaying animal she happened to shamble across, feeding the growing brood that overtakes more and more of her lifeless body each day. After stuffing herself to the brim with rotting carrion, she would shamble off, searching for a warm, damp place with filth to nestle in, providing for her children with the ideal place to gestate. Nature is just so beautiful sometimes. I mean, not right now. This makes me want to fill my shoes with fucking vomit, but I don't know, stare directly into the sun. As the flies overtook more and more of her body, they ate the muscles that allowed her to move, slowly reducing her to a skeleton. Each of the flies produced, as nature does, intend to reproduce in another host, just as their ancestors did. We were never told where this picture was taken. These flies could be anywhere. How sure are you of what that pest on your food really is? That's why they begged me repeatedly not to put the dead bird in my mouth. So, the obvious question, would you stick your dick in it? Where'd the extra teeth come from if this is the case? Sometimes, a parasite can change not only the behavior, but also the physiology of the host. If the anomalous fly laid eggs in her head, chances are there would be holes and lesions from where the eggs hatch. Some of them would be eaten out of her by the flies as a snack. That sounds wrong, I need to re-say that. And some of them would be eaten out of her flesh as a snack. If these holes happen to take place near the face, it's possible that the flies manipulated her behavior in order for her to mutilate her own face, snapping her jaw in several places, widening it as much as possible, and putting in more teeth from other consumed corpses so she can most efficiently provide for the brood. Or something silly like that. But hey, I'm just looking at an image and making wild extrapolations based on absolutely nothing just because I wanted to write a horror story about whatever the motherfuck of this thing is. If you like this video for some reason and want me to come back and talk about more weird nonsensical critters from the Trevor Henderson universe, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe with all notifications enabled, and go watch all my other stuff, or I'll feed you to the weird fly lady. I want to thank Biodegradable for editing this video. They're a great editor and you should go watch all of their thingies. Shout out the inner circle. Love y'all.